I wanted to check in and just tell you about this book that I'm reading because I think it's one of those life-changing, transformative books. And the fact that I can say this after just reading the first 2 chapters, I think is just testament for how fantastic this book is. And I think it's only going to get better. So I thought, you know what, I'm not going to wait till I finish reading it. I'm just going to tell you about it now so you can go out and get it. It's just incredible. So it's a really, really fascinating topic that is very close to my heart because of my background and my personal experiences in life. And it was actually a friend who bought this for me, knowing that it would be very impactful and very, very healing and very helpful for me and where I'm at. And I really hope that it will be the same for some of you. So this book is by Mark Wallen, and it's It Didn't Start With You. And it's all about how we inherit family trauma and the impact that that has on us. So even if traumatic events have not happened to us, how we inherit the trauma from our ancestors, from members of our family, and how trauma doesn't just impact the person who had that traumatic event, it impacts also the generations that follow, which is so powerful. And that can mean that we can be holding this trauma in our energetic body within ourselves that can lead to chronic pain, to fatigue, to anxiety, to depression, to so many different states of disease and discomfort, just in the same way it did for those victims who were traumatized. So this is a book about how can we really understand the science behind how that happens, and then some practices on how we can transform that. So it's a really, really powerful book. I'm just going to read the back cover to you. I don't want to do too much about going in depth about what the book is about because I think it's so explanatory and it's such an amazing read. But this is what he says. Depression, anxiety, chronic pain, phobias, obsessive thoughts. The evidence is compelling. The roots of these issues may reside in the traumas of our parents, grandparents, and even great-grandparents. The latest research affirms that traumatic experience is passed on to future generations, and that this emotional inheritance, hidden in everything from our gene expression to everyday language, plays a far greater role in our health than ever previously understood. Building off the work of the leading experts in neuroscience and post-traumatic stress, Mark Wallen has developed a pioneering approach to identifying and breaking these inherited family patterns. It Didn't Start With You is his accessible, pragmatic, and prescriptive guide to a method that has helped thousands of people reclaim their lives. Wow. So, as I said, I'm 2 chapters in. I've just got to the stage where it starts asking you to actually do some exercises. And I always love a book that requires exercises because knowledge is power, but it's only powerful when we actually put it into practice, when we start weaving it into our lives and applying it to our lives. And that's what I love about this book, is that it gives you all the science, all the explanations of what's going on with our epigenetics, what's going on with our cells, how is that trauma impacting us on a biochemical level, an emotional level, and then it gives you practices on how can you reshape that, how can you start to heal that trauma. So it's really powerful. I love a book like this, and I think it's going to be super, super transformative. There's a quote I want to leave you with from chapter 5. The most powerful ties are the ones to the people who gave us birth. It hardly seems to matter how many years have passed, how many betrayals there may have been, how much misery in the family. We remain connected even against our wills. And I just think that so powerfully captures the deep, deep impact and power that what we're exposed to, specifically our family and our inheritance, how deep the impact of that is and how that resides within us, how those ties are so strong and so powerful. and how we can start to heal those. And I really do believe that a lot of the work that we're doing in the self-empowerment, self-help sector, personal growth, whatever you want to call it, is actually about reshaping and rewiring and healing a lot of trauma, a lot of behaviors that we have developed as a result of our conditioning, as a result of our upbringing, of a result of traumas, of relationships, of all the things that we have been exposed to. And I think how we take back our power, how we really start to live from an authentic place for who we are, is by going very deep within us, doing that shadow work, that hard, deep, transformative work to transcend these patterns of behavior, these negative beliefs, these traumas that we have developed, both within our own lives, but as we're now seeing with this book, just have taken on ancestrally. How we start to really go inward and do that work and put that into practice, that is how we can find our joy, our presence, our power, our purpose in this life. So I am a very passionate advocate of books like this, because there are so many elements to self-empowerment and personal growth. So many elements, and it can get really confusing. And that's why I started CWH, because I want to help show an array of practices that have worked for me, because there are so many things, and it's about trying different things. And I think often when we open ourselves up to that journey, to wanting to be the very best version of ourselves, and we're seekers, we're seeking, I think exactly what all the tools and resources and everything we need to heal become available to us. I'm a huge believer in that. Whether somebody's like, oh, I'm reading this book, you should check it out, or someone buys you a book, like in my case, or you see something and it resonates with you, and it speaks to that part of you that just intuitively knows that, that resonates. There's a reason why that resonates. And I think that's the power of intention. It's the power of love. So this is powerful, hard, deep, exhilarating, life-changing, transformative work. And I think it starts with knowledge and resources, and hopefully we're collecting all of that for you to help show you what to try and where to go. So I really hope you enjoy this book, and if you do get it and you do read it, then let me know. Let me know what your experience is, what it brought up for you, what exercises you tried, and how you found it. I think our stories inspire one another. So I want to share mine with you. I'd love to hear yours. Get in touch with us, share your photos with us, and I'll see you next time, when I'll be talking about another amazing book, because I always generally have about 5 on the go at one time, because there's just so many things I love, so many things I want to be doing. All right, guys, enjoy.